Welcome to the ENG All Star National Finals. Today is all about bringing together netballers from across the country to compete in an All Star National tournament, and it gives them the experience in competing against some of the best players in the country, competing at a fantastic venue. I don't believe there's enough bridges within the club structures to allow talented players to access national tournaments. So if children come to the workshop, coached by some of the best coaches in the country, but if they win those workshops, because it's all about competition, they have the ability to come here and to take their experience to another level.
It's a sort of event I haven't really done before. Like normally it's just coaching, this sort of thing. It's great for the girls to be able to come and play competitive games, and so many of them in the day. Like I wish I had had something like this, so I think it's really good.
When I was a player, when I was their age at 13, 14, we didn't have these ENG camps, but they've been popping up up and down the country for the last few years. I always see it on social media. I think it's a really good opportunity for the girls to get the extra exposure, get the extra competitive games and experience that will help them and progress them play. So I think of course they don't know it yet, but they're really lucky to have parents that will drive them to these sort of events and friends that they can experience this with.
So I can see stuff in their game that not necessarily they can, and just being able to explain it to them why I'm saying do what I do, or why the ball's going through so easy. It could be the littlest of just change your angle, or it could be that it's a whole game changer in terms of the whole team aspect coming down and who goes when and what happens. So it's different levels and different bits of information that some people process quickly, some people don't. So it's just trying to pinpoint and learn quickly as a coach how to deliver those messages.
Well, it's a great event because it's given me the opportunity to coach girls that I've never coached before. I think the fact that it's actually an hour's game or 28 minutes game, you've got 4 quarters, it gives you an opportunity to develop the girls throughout. So first quarter, in the first game, we were sort of down by 3, and then I was able to go on coach the girls to say, right, by the end of this quarter, I want us to be either drawing or goals up, which we were, and basically putting things in place that they needed to do to basically win the game, which they did. So it was great coaching girls and also seeing how they adapt to your coaching.
Yeah, I think the format's really good. I think it's a great chance for girls from different clubs to expose themselves in this environment with some of the absolute best players, under 12, 13 and some 14s as well. I think having this opportunity gives the girls a chance, aside from club netball, to have this time of competing. I think it's also really good for them to work in different groups, work with different players who, one day they might see on the performance ladder as they move up. So a really good opportunity, I think, for everyone involved today.
One, they get to work with new players that they haven't. Some are more experienced than others, some have played at an elite level, some haven't. So it brings the level of everyone up, and especially for girls who maybe their clubs don't go to nationals or stuff like that, they get a chance to play at this high level.
The memories of seeing their children have fun, potentially win, bring the trophy home potentially, see how much progress is being made in their child, but also see where they can improve and feed that back to their child or their coaches.
It's been really good. It was quite nervous to win the first game because we didn't know what we were going to do, because there's people like under 15s and under 14s. So we didn't really think we were going to win the first one, but we did. So.
I get to coach a new lot of girls that I haven't worked with before, help develop my own coaching, and see if I can use the tactics that I learned playing to translate it to these younger girls.
But I think we can get more progress as we go along the tournament, because I think we're starting to bond as a team now. So I think we're going to go into the next match stronger than the last match.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I think, when you look at netball as a whole, and people don't always get the opportunity to play other counties or other clubs or across the UK. So being able to be exposed to all of those different types of games, it sounds funny, but everyone's got a different technique, everyone's got a different way of playing. And if you're wanting to move forward, it gives that at an early age for them to be able to be out of their comfort zone, going and actually introducing themselves to other people that they don't necessarily know, adapting their play, taking bits from it that they can evolve their own game with, and hopefully being able to have that confidence to move forward. And even if they don't, it's a level of play that people don't always get access to just being staying in their club or in their county. So even if they're not going to be the next England player, at least they still want a competition, they still want to challenge themselves, so it gives them that ability to play against other people.
I think it's great, and I think the time of the season's perfect because the next lot of netball that these girls play are going to be trials, whether they're trialling for county or for franchises. It gives them the sort of experience to just get on a court, put a bib on and just play their best game, doesn't matter who's around them, so they've got to rely on their own game and not the team game.
In terms of what I'm seeing, it's obviously looking at that first game, seeing how that panned out, where the strengths are in this team, and there's a lot of strengths to play with, so it's just trying to work out combos in very quick succession. But I think I'm seeing that on the sideline, the girls are seeing that in different combinations too, and you know, as a coach you've got to adapt, haven't you? You've got to see what's in front of you, and I think it's good for us coaches too, actually, to be kind of given a team, see what's on there, and from us be able to adapt, look at tactics and see what we can produce, so it's exciting.
Yeah, I think the format's really exciting because he started off with an initial match, so there's a winner already. So the girls, the team I'm coaching today, have already won their championships, which is really, really exciting. And then we go into a group stage, so everyone gets lots of matches, and then we go into a knockout. So he set it up so it's really inclusive, but there's also a competitive element, which is quite important.
I thought it was really good because we got to play with people who'd never played before, and we could try things that we hadn't done at wherever we'd played before. I thought it was really fun.
Obviously the more the girls play, the better they're going to be, the higher the level of play, the better they're going to become. So it's just another opportunity to play against high level girls because a lot of them are obviously very well skilled. So yeah, I think it's brilliant.
No, it's not about how good of a player you are, it's about like how good you work together as a team. Not about each individual, it's like a team thing.
Loads of parents are always wanting their kids to do well, but actually this sort of environment, they more have to just watch and let the girls do it themselves, so it's learning for both the kids and the parents.
And I think the way that they market it, ENG market it on social media, they make it, the advertisement is really, really good, and it pulls you in to really sign your children up to do it.
She's really excited for me to play with new players that I've never played before, and she loves me being really competitive and playing lots of matches for experience.
I've not coached a lot of these girls before. I'm just starting out in my coaching career, and I've not really done many tournaments like this. My coaching is more, here's a session plan, this is what we're going to do, and I look a lot more at the individual, so it's been really challenging for me so far to have to juggle so many players at once. But it is something I'm looking forward to do in the future, so it's a good practice.
So you really need to communicate so then everyone knows what they're doing and everyone's working together as a team.
What I'd like to see from the beginning to the end of the game, if you start here, by the end of the game you're here. Not just within each individual game, but by the beginning of the tournament to the end of the tournament, I want to know that they're going to improve. So I think that's what they're getting out of it. They're getting good coaching, because obviously all the coaches, we've got Kira Rothwell here, we've got Kiana from Magic here, we've got some good coaches here. So for me, my personal thing is let's try and improve these girls by the end of the day, and I think that's a bonus for them because whatever they're learning they can take away, take back to club.
They're having to think like for a second about actually which pass is on, and they're having to judge how quickly maybe someone on their team is running or how hard they can throw the ball. So decision making today will be, you know, where the girls really, really grow their game.
I've said this before and I will say it again, I think the elite side of netball is really welcomed and needed. I think it gives a chance for girls to compete against the absolute best teams, and whereas before there's sometimes only been one kind of national competition, by bringing ENG national competitions coming through, and of course there's other ones too, but actually it allows girls to compete and have chances, whereas they may not have always got that before. So I would say it's opened opportunities hugely, a chance to play against South, North, Midlands, wherever you're from, and it has opened doors, I do think, in this kind of netball stage, which wasn't there before. So I do think it's a huge benefit for the girls to have this exposure, most definitely.
The winning team here today wins a VIP trip to the Commonwealth Games where they get a hotel stay, they watch Australia play, and they get a celebratory meal. So the ethos of the business is earned, not given. When people are successful within our netball structures, we really do reward them, whether that be the medals they win or the prizes they win. We want the kids to feel like champions. But even if they don't win, the experience they have, they can take into their club netball, but look back on in 5-10 years time and think, I enjoyed that. That made my netball experience a lot better.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.